Of course there is. You live in America. We're a consumer and want-driven society. We're never happy. We always want more. And how is it that you get what you want? In America, it's very simple. You see something you want, there's a price on it, you pay for that item. There's not a lot of negotiation involved in America. However, there is a segment of America where negotiation is very prevalent. I was selling something on Craigslist the other day. I posted the item for $500. I received a plethora of offers. None for $500, mind you. Oh, I can only afford $100. Will you give it to me? I'm a disabled veteran. I can pay $200. And that is the premise of this speech. Something I'm going to share with you that I don't share commonly is that I'm disabled. I was born without the gene that gives me the ability to negotiate. But thank God, there are a lot of books available on the topic. And I went into my own personal library and found this one. Yet another book that I had put there that never was read. Getting the Yes is not a simple read. It's written by a bunch of Harvard researchers who put together something called the Harvard Negotiation Project. And they figured out exactly how negotiation is best handled. The book wants me to talk about win-win negotiation, which is a style of positional bargaining. Positional bargaining is like the infant stage of negotiation. It's not particularly effective. It results in lose-lose, win-lose, and win-win. Well, in two of those three scenarios, somebody's not happy. That's not a particularly worthwhile scenario, is it? It's also, because of that, it damages friendships. If you're negotiating with a friend, or a lover perhaps, over some item, 2 out of 3 times somebody's unhappy. Not a good idea. Back in the 60s, Khrushchev and Kennedy were negotiating a nuclear arms treaty. They were trying to put a ban on nuclear weapons. But they got hung up on one silly point, and that was the quantity of inspections the U.S. would do in the USSR. America said 25 inspections a year, and Khrushchev said, "Нет, never more than 15." And they were stuck on that point, and no accord was made. They missed out on the nuances of that negotiation, such as how frequent were the negotiations going to be? How long, not the negotiations, but the inspections. How long would an inspection last? How many inspectors would be let into the country? These are the types of things that allow you to manage a negotiation much more effectively. And it doesn't work particularly well when you have 3 parties involved. Take, for example, NATO. You've got a group of countries, let's say they all agree, we're going to go in and we're going to take care of this Nigeria hostage girl problem. America says, well, hell, we got to send 500 troops in there right away. That's the only way it's going to get done. And Australia says, crikey, 5,000 troops. I've only got 2,000 in total. And the French say, 5,000. We only have a 1,000. We would send you another 1,000 baguettes with butter. As you can see, you're not going to get a lot of negotiation. You're not going to get a lot of consensus that way. There's another way to handle your negotiations, and that's on interest-level negotiation. Shared interests lie dormant and latent in every possible situation. Imagine 2 children fighting over an orange. I want the orange. No, I want the orange. And the mother comes along and says, stop, children. Why are you fighting over this orange? Well, I want to eat the orange. Well, I want to eat the orange. Screwed up. Why do you want to eat the orange, Tommy? Why do you want the orange, Tommy? Well, I want to eat the orange. Why do you want the orange, Sally? I want the peel so that I can make a baked good. 2 different perspectives, still needing this similar item, but both people are happy. Let me give you an example closer to home. Last week, both Suzanne and I ran out of underwear, and there was only 1 pair of underwear left. And I said, well, I want the underwear. And she said, I want the underwear. I said, why do you need the underwear? I said, I need the underwear tomorrow. I said, well, I need the underwear today. Oh. It was a solution, so I got to wear her underwear that day. Everybody was happy. A couple of tips for negotiating when you're on interest level negotiation. Don't get emotional. Emotions are the end of path to a good win-win situation. Try and understand the other person's point of view as best you can. Dig around. Ask them questions around the item that you're looking to negotiate on. And separate the issue from the people. Now, it's my turn at this point to call upon Helena to come up here. I had all kinds of great introduction jokes for Scott, but he's not here. We'll just dive right into this.
All right.
Great. Good morning, Helena. How are you?
Good morning, Reid. So nice to see you again.
Likewise. Hey, I'm really excited. I want to hire you to speak as an introductory speaker at the beginning of my event. I'm holding an event with about 35 people, real estate professionals, and I'm needing somebody to sort of warm up the room. And I hear you're great at that. And I've got about $500 to spend.
Well, that's interesting, Reid, because I've just started my company, as you know, and I have been looking for speaking engagements, but I was wondering, since I'm starting my company, it's difficult because I don't have a lot of money to just give away. So $500, gosh, that's pretty good, but can you do any better than that?
Well, Helena, I can understand that you're looking for more, and you're looking to grow your business. I'm not going to negotiate against myself. As I said, our budget is rather fixed. Tell me more about what kind of engagements you're looking for.
Well, I'm looking for ones that obviously I can get exposure on. And I'm also looking for ones that I can make other contacts, where I would get other speaking engagements. Is this that type of, these 35 people, will they be ones that I will be able to have other speaking engagements, or?
I think it's quite likely. In fact, of those 35, I know 2 who are running similar events of a similar size in the coming months. And I'd be happy to introduce you personally to each one.
Are they in the real estate business, obviously? I mean, or are they of a different?
That's a good question. We need to ask them. Yes, sure, they are. They're real estate. Does that sound like it's something that appeals to you? I can give you the $500 and make an introduction to these people. And I can work with you to ensure that you land at least one of those gigs.
Okay, and when does this happen so I can fit it into my schedule?
The event is next Tuesday. You've got plenty of time to prepare.
And what type of warm-up were you looking for? Something interesting or funny, or what type of warm-up were you interested in?
I like your sense of humor, Elena. I thought you should start with a lot of jokes. I think you should also be very hard and animated and jump around a lot.
That sounds exactly like what I am afraid that this sounds like a win-win situation, because I know that you have my best interests at heart too with our friendship. So I'm very interested in doing this, and
We have a deal then.
$500. Thank you, Reid.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Elena. Okay, at this point, what I'd like to do is take a couple of moments to dissect that